70,000 people watched my last video where I said I make $9,600 a month from dividends. So let me show you what February paid me. Yeah, we need to talk. Quick recap for anyone new here. Back in November, I posted a video showing my $113,000 dividend portfolio generating $9,600 in a single month. That video hit 70,000 views, and a lot of you subscribed. Thanks. Here's who I am in 30 seconds. I quit my night shift job after over a decade to live on dividend income and my tech services business. This channel documents exactly what that looks like in real time, with full transparency on the numbers. No highlight reel here, no cherry-picked months, everything. Which means when things get messy, and they have gotten messy, you get to see that too. So let's get into it. Actually, real quick before we get into it, please keep in mind that I am not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. Like I said before, I'm just sharing my real life journey so that you can learn from what's working for me and what's not working for me. Always do your own due diligence. Here are my actual distribution numbers for every month since that video went live. These are screenshots straight from my brokerage, Wealthsimple. In October, $9,600. That's the month the video was based on. Also, the highest month I've ever had. November, $41,000, more than cut in half. December, $5,300. It bounced back a bit. January, $3,800, and last month in February, just $3,100, lowest of the last 5 months. That's a 67% drop from peak to where I'm at today. And yes, the portfolio itself is down too, from $113,000 to $97,000. I'm going to show you the brokerage screenshot in a minute. I'm not hiding it. But before I do, I want to explain exactly what caused this, because there are 3 separate things happening here, and they're not all bad news. Oh, they sort of are bad news, but you'll see what I mean. Reason number 1, October was always going to be an outlier. A few of my higher yield positions distributed in a way that doesn't repeat itself every month. I should have flagged that more clearly in the original video. That's on me. Reason number 2, the market took a real hit. The Bitcoin crash pulled down correlated assets across the board, including my MSTY and Coney. And the situation in Iran has created volatility that hit a lot of income-generating positions. This wasn't specific to just my portfolio, but my portfolio definitely felt it. And reason number 3, and this one I own completely, I had and have too much exposure to yield max funds. Now, I was tracking all of these updates in real time on investing.com. They've got live charts, economic calendars, and ETF data all in one place. I'll drop a link in the description. If you're managing a dividend portfolio, it's worth bookmarking. You can check them out at the link in the description. And if you sign up using code DividendsAfterDark, you'll get 15% off your pro membership. Now, if you know YieldMax, you know the NAV erosion issue. The distributions are high, but the underlying value bleeds over time. I knew this when I bought into it. I made that call with my eyes open. But when the market took a hit on top of the structural erosion, it accelerated. So, yes, portfolio is down $16,000. Income is also down significantly. I'm showing you the account. Here it is. But here's what I want to show you, because this is the chart that actually tells the whole story. And it's the chart that most dividend creators don't make. This is 5 months of my total monthly income. That's my tech business in orange and my portfolio withdrawals in green. They're stacked up against my family budget. That's the red line, and that's where I actually need to hit to keep the lights on. The blue line is the distributions I received each month. This chart goes back to October 2025. That's when I made $9,600 in distributions. And it's when I quit my full-time night shift job. So in October, my total income, $6,700. Against the budget of $6,600, I cleared it, but barely. We'll talk about that in a minute. Here's the part that's a bit counterintuitive. I had $9,600 in distributions that month, but I only actually pulled $2,500 out of the portfolio. See, the rest stayed in the account to get reinvested. Now, if we look at the November bar, you might notice that the tech business and the portfolio withdrawals don't actually reach the $6,600 family budget. That's not actually a concern. It's just a product of the way I run my bank accounts. I keep my family budget cash in a separate bank account, and my goal is to always keep it topped up to a set dollar value. After I pay out my owner's compensation from that account, I make a withdrawal from the portfolio to top the budget account back up to where I want it. If you want to learn more about how I handle my tech business's accounts, check out the video I made about profit first. I'll have it linked in the description and probably in that card up there. The real thing to take away from this chart is that each month, the distributions, that blue line, are higher than the amount I'm withdrawing. That means I don't need to sell any shares to cover my budget, and I can buy more shares with what's left over. In December, my tech business had a strong month, and total income came in around $7,900. January and February were some of my lowest distribution months in a long time, but they still more than covered what I needed when combined with my tech business earnings, which are trending up as I spend more time on it since quitting the factory job. Here's what this chart is actually telling you. Even as my distributions dropped 67%, my family's financial situation barely moved, because this was never a single income stream. The dividends and the business work together. When one is down, the other one holds the floor. Now let's look at the actual numbers on this, because I want to be precise. My average monthly portfolio withdrawal over these 5 months, meaning what I actually took out for living expenses, was about $2,000, not $9,600, not even $3,100. $2,000 a month on average. My average monthly distribution over the same period was about $5,180. That means most of these months, the portfolio generated significantly more than I withdrew. The $16,000 decline in market is from the market and NAV erosion, not from me bleeding the account dry with withdrawals. And here's the comparison that I keep coming back to. My old job, after over a decade of night shifts, paid me $36.46 an hour. This portfolio paid me $3,100 in my worst month and took me 0 hours. If we added my tech business, which I still only spend about 30 hours a week on, my hourly rate now is $73.94 an hour. Getting paid more to work less? My system is working for me. So what am I actually doing differently going forward? Well, first, I'm reducing yield max exposure. I'm not dumping it, I'm not selling it, but the highest NAV erosion positions are now being used to feed other, more stable positions. Over time, that means that they will make up a smaller and smaller percentage of my portfolio, even though I'm not actively selling it. At least not right now. Second, HHIS. My goal is $1,000 per month from that position specifically. Right now, I'm sitting at about 70% of that target. As that position matures and the distributions overall stabilize, it reduces my dependence on the more volatile stuff. Third, and I want to say this clearly, the tech business stays. A lot of people have asked me why I'm still working if I live on dividends. Well, the chart is the answer. The business is the stability layer. The portfolio is the growth layer. You saw what happens when you rely on one income stream in a down market. And honestly, I just enjoy my tech business. It's what this whole experiment has been about. Here's what I'm watching over the next few months. I want to see distributions stabilize somewhere north of $4,000 consistently. Not $9,600, I know that was a spike. But $4,000 plus on a reliable basis, combined with the business, clears the budget with margin. When I hit the next milestone, I'll do another one of these full breakdowns. Same format, same transparency. Every number on screen. If you found this useful, not the wins, but the honest look at what this actually takes, subscribe, because this is what the channel is. It's not a highlight reel, it's the whole thing. Good months and ugly ones. I'll see you in the next one.